Okay, my name is Nancy Roberts. I'm an economics professor at Arizona State University. Today's video is going to show us how we generate a supply curve for an individual firm in a perfectly competitive industry. In previous videos, we talked about Farmer Brown, Farmer Jones, Farmer Smith, Farmer McDonald. Some of them had positive profits, zero, negative. What I want to do is show how in every case for all of those farmers, the decision about how much to supply to the market, how that decision is made. And so what I have here is a graph showing different prices that the market might give to Farmer Brown or Farmer Smith or so I mean the price might be $1 a bushel or $2 or $3 or $5, we don't know. The market tells the farmer what price to charge. And so what I want to do is actually generate a supply curve using this information from the marketplace. So let's just do this. Let's just say if this is the price, what's the quantities that this farmer will supply, given that this is his marginal cost curve, and what will his profits, that means profits, what will his profits be? And to do this, we know that whether or not a firm supplies to the market depends on can they cover their variable costs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw an average variable cost curve right there. And then I'm going to put an average total cost curve which is higher in here. There's my average total cost curve. So now we have Farmer Jones's picture. We have these different prices that the market might give him. We have his marginal cost curve, and we also have his average and variable cost curves. So, for example, if the market says the price at which wheat will be sold is P1, the question is how much, if the price is P1, how much will Farmer Jones supply to the market? And the answer is 0. Because this price of P1 doesn't cover his variable costs. So he's not in the market, he's going to shut down. And he's got negative economic profit because at a price of P1, there's his variable costs and then his fixed costs are above that. If the price is P2, how much will Farmer Jones supply to the market? And the answer is still 0. And we still have negative profits because a price of P2 doesn't cover his variable costs. How about a price of P3? P3. And the answer is, I call this the flip a coin spot. Q3 is the minimum amount given Farmer Jones's cost structure. The minimum amount that he will supply to the market, but his profits are still going to be negative at P3. If the price is P4, Q4, then Farmer Jones is going to supply to the market. He's going to supply Q4 because the price of P4 covers all of his variable costs and some of his fixed costs. So we've still got negative profits, but we're going to operate. If the price is P5, Q5, and in fact, we've got positive profits because here's the price and here's the output level, and I've covered all of my costs, variable and fixed. And so Farmer Jones's supply curve is basically, here's his supply curve, it's his marginal cost curve. All of this is his supply curve above the minimum of his average variable cost curve. This is Farmer Jones's supply curve. Farmer Smith's supply curve depends on what his marginal and average and total cost curves look like. So do Farmer McDonald's, Farmer everybody's. And their supply curve is always their marginal cost curve above the minimum of the average variable cost curve. So this is how we generate supply curves for perfectly competitive firms. In our next video, we are going to examine the entry and exit provision of perfect competition, which actually makes the competitive model work.